Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations where we generally look at one or another of the lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the daily office lectionary. And today is Monday, and I thought we would go ahead and take a look at the lesson that's assigned from St. Matthew's Gospel. We're already up to chapter 9, and we have this wonderful story of an account of healing, of two healings, one of them inserted in the middle of the story of the other one. So let me read to you, starting at verse number 18. And while they spake these things unto him, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, My daughter is even now dead, but come and lay thy hand upon her, and she shall live. And Jesus arose and followed him, and so did his disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years came behind him, and touched the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, If I may touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Jesus turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. And when Jesus came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said unto them, Give place, for the maid is not dead, but sleepeth. And they laughed him to scorn. But when the people were put forth, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And the fame hereof went abroad in all the land. And when Jesus departed thence, two blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus said unto them, Believe ye that I am able to do this? And they said unto him, Yea, Lord. Then he touched their eyes, saying, According to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened. And Jesus straitly charged them, saying, See that no man know it. Okay, so actually three healing stories. I was going to actually stop reading before I got to the third one. And of course, we get that weird thing about don't tell anybody that you can see, right? See that no man know it. Well, you can't hide the fact that blind people are seeing now, and the word is going to get out. And of course, the raising of the dead, not common. And Jesus, the word of this is going to get out. All those people who mocked him to scorn and scorned him when he said that she's not dead, they, of course, have been confounded, and they will also tell the word abroad that this woman was dead and she's now alive. But here we have the story of this woman with the issue of blood of 12 years, that she has such faith that she thinks if she can just even touch the hem of his garment. Now, mind you, remember we've talked about the priests and the idea of being unclean, that the lepers were considered unclean. So too, anything that has to do with blood, human blood, meant uncleanness. And so there was a sense that if this woman had had this issue of blood for 12 years, during the time of an issue of blood, a woman is not to be in public worship. She is considered for a period of time to be unclean. And so here she is, if she's been doing this for 12 years, she's not only got the physical ailment of the illness that's causing this, but she has the stigma attached that she has been continually unclean, ritualistically especially, for 12 years, and she's not supposed to be out and around. So the idea of her confronting Jesus face to face would have been just unheard of. But thinking she could just touch the garment, right? Sneak up on him and just touch him, that she has the faith that she can be healed. And what's interesting is that she goes to do this, right? And she, having touched him, but the other gospel accounts talk about Jesus just saying, Who touched me? Right? He actually says that out loud. And they're like, What do you mean? There's a lot of people pressing against you. What do you mean, who touched you? But he knows because power's gone out from him. Matthew leaves that particular statement out of there for whatever reason. But the fact is that Jesus commends her for her faith. And that because of that faith, she receives healing as well.